Hello everyone, it's Larry, and this is a video where I talk about this LEGO Creator high-speed train set. This came out in 2022, and I was all over it. I saw this coming out, I saw a Jang Bricks video on it, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is great. This was not long after I'd made my first Thomas. This was really cool, and I mean, not only that, but it was £18, and I hadn't bought a new LEGO set for a while because they're notoriously expensive. That price point, and it was this, I mean, how could I say no? So that's how I have this, and it goes without saying that I love it.
It's quite piece dense for its size, at 284 parts between the two carriages. Interestingly, it has you build the second carriage first, which I think makes sense as it's more simple, and it would feel a little dull after doing the whole front carriage. Despite how piece dense the set may be, the build goes surprisingly quickly, and it's very fast and straightforward, but fun, of course. There were some particularly satisfying steps like this one. And at the very end, where all of the white slope pieces go onto the roof. And that's it for the middle carriage. I haven't much to add, other than I like that you can see the pink pieces through the windows. It makes it feel like there's an interior inside, rather than just being empty. Now onto the front of the train. The build predictably stays very similar, apart from the front end. The front used a bunch of pieces I hadn't seen before, as I hadn't bought new LEGO in a long time at that point, and it had some interesting building techniques that I took on board. And that's it for the front carriage, even sporting a very cute mini pentagraph. I really like the use of the LEGO train symbol here, giving it the same branding that any other LEGO train would have.
The building experience was very fun. I love the way it uses these angled pieces and so many of these flat pieces at the top, just to make it look very smart. When you lay all the pieces out, it might be surprising how many brightly coloured pieces there are, considering the only major colour here is blue, but that's pretty much entirely all inside pieces bolstering it. You see these bits of yellow here, which isn't the end of the world because yellow is part of the livery. However, probably the only complaint that can really be made about this set is that right here you do have this very slight hint of the magenta and cyan seeping through the crack behind the black door cover. But if that's the biggest complaint you can make about a LEGO train set, then it must be a pretty good one. It even includes sand blue inside this compartment here, which sadly you can't open up as like a door mechanism, but it's the mechanism by which it's built, and if you take off the front roof piece, then this thing can ping up like a little, like a boot of a car or a trunk. Hopefully it's obvious, but this is not minifigure scale. If I stand next to it, I don't think I'm fitting into that door. Now, this is particularly interesting because, of course, it is a small scale train. The only ones we'd seen before were things like this, these little either 3-in-1 or poly bags. They're still nice, they're cute, but this feels like a true set, you know. This doesn't feel like a little throwaway, here's a little toy train. This feels like a LEGO train that just happens to be small scale, you know? And that's why I love it. I love what it stands for. I mean, goodness me, £18, that's $20 US. Goodness me, what a price point for a set like this. I mean, things like this are much more of a starting point for LEGO trains than those $300 ones they're putting out. Crucially, this isn't just a little display piece. If you've seen my LEGO narrow gauge history video, you would know that these fit on to LEGO's own track. If I put them on right. If you want to know more about LEGO's official 4-wide track on trains, then I've made a whole video about that. But if you want to run this down a curve, it doesn't have rotating bogies, so you're gonna have a hard time. But apparently, these can be modified fairly easily, so you can add rotating bogies, and it should make it with no problem. But by default, it is just for straight track. I mean, probably isn't intended for track at all, it's probably just, hey look, a little train, but whatever. Maybe LEGO will come to their senses one day and do more with this. But this isn't about what LEGO didn't do, this is about what LEGO did do. And this set, for what it is, I think is incredible. I think it's very, very, very good. I think it looks very smart. It looks designed in the vein of Japanese Shinkansen trains. Not exactly, they don't have that iconic long nose, but with the colour scheme, the fact that it's called a high-speed train, it's got these very long, slim windows, and goodness me, you look at the doors, it's even got these little extruded doors, and in full minifigure scale LEGO sets you don't see doors much. And it uses a tow bar to articulate and move nicely. Now this set includes a few spare parts, as per usual LEGO set tradition, but interestingly this one includes this piece here, because as is shown on the box, this includes a front and a middle carriage, but if you buy 2 of these, you get one very long train, and this is included so that you can connect them together. Otherwise you get 2 of these trying to connect. And another really cute thing about this is that you have these carriages numbered. I mean, it's even got this little high-speed sticker here. Now these are stickers, they're not printed pieces, which I know annoys some people, but to be fair, this is a very cheap set. And I've even got the sticker sheet here, and you may notice it includes some spares. That's because it has a 3 and 4 sticker for if you buy another set, which is just so cool. So if you were to get another one, LEGO have you covered. And you know, it's cool that LEGO did this to facilitate for those idiots who bought 2 of this thing.
Okay, in my defense, it was so affordable, and this is the only set I've bought 2 of ever. And look at it. I'm not one to enjoy having a superfluous amount of something, but it is admittedly satisfying seeing the whole thing together. And whilst it wasn't at the forefront of my mind, I wanted to support LEGO doing this sort of thing. This set has been influential on me too. It's no secret that it directly inspired my Greater Anglia Class 755 model. Some techniques were carried over from it, though most weren't, but most importantly, it truly showed me that this sort of thing could be done, and look good. And while I'm at it, this was a good excuse to get some new shots of my Class 755, with my new background and lighting.
To conclude, I think this is a fantastic LEGO train set, but also a fantastic concept of LEGO train set that I wish they'd do more with. And of course, we can hope. The future is uncertain, but even if this was a one-off stint, which hopefully it won't be, then it's a darn good one.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was nice doing something largely unscripted. Please let me know if there are other things like this or the narrow gauge history video you'd like to see, or other topics you'd like me to cover. Subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.